Hi library friends, it's Miss Mandy back to do another experiment with you today. How are you? I'm excited to see you all. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me. First things first, I just want to say that today's experiment is a bit on the messy side. So it's very important to have a grown-up with you while you're doing it and to make sure that you get there okay before starting. So just keep that in mind. Always have a grown-up with you when you're doing science. Also, stick around till the end and we'll have a silly joke to end with today that you can share with your family and friends. So again, I'm trying to pick experiments that have relatively easy access kind of supplies. So I'm hoping you have these in your house. If not, watch anyway. You can see the mess that I make, and then at a later date, you can always come back and watch again and try with us. So I'm going to give you a list of supplies that you need. Today we need baking soda. It could be in a box or a bag, but it usually looks something like this. Vinegar. I have just regular cleaning vinegar. It can be cooking vinegar, whatever you have will be just fine. We need food coloring. I have several different colors. I'm making a rainbow with mine, so I have most of the colors of the rainbow here. We need 5 cups or glasses. You'll see that mine are all clear, and I'm doing that just so you can see what's happening. If you don't have 5 clear glasses, that's okay. You can use any kind of, I do recommend glass. So if you have coffee cups, that kind of thing that are glass, you need 5 to 6 of those cups. And then last but not least, you need a pan. I've got just a cookie sheet baking pan here. That'll work well, but you want some sort of pan that will contain the mess that we're gonna make. So here's your list of ingredients. Feel free to pause the video if you need time to go and round those up. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so as you'll see, I've got my cups all lined up here on my pan. They're all different sizes too. It doesn't really matter for this experiment. What we're gonna do is make a chemical reaction today. We're gonna use 2 normal household items, baking soda and vinegar, and we're gonna add them together with a bit of color so you can see the difference from one cup to the next. And we're gonna create a chemical reaction, and we're gonna watch and see what happens. We're gonna see what happens when we mix these items. I'm gonna call it a rainbow reaction just for fun. All right, so I'm gonna have my helper come here, and we're gonna just use an ordinary teaspoon. You can use just a spoon from your table. Whatever you have will work. It doesn't have to be an exact amount. And we're gonna put a teaspoon in to each cup. And if it's not the exact same amount, that's okay, no big deal. We'll stick a teaspoon, bottom of each cup, and there we go. We've got our first ingredient, our baking soda, in our cups. Now we're gonna do colors into these cups. So I'm gonna take a color, my helper's gonna take a color, and we're just gonna start putting, and you don't need a ton of food color, but just a couple drops into each cup. Look at that. I started with red, then we're going to yellow. Next I'm gonna do some green. Yep, and then we're gonna do blue in the next one. And then to make a different color for our 5th one, I'm gonna have my helper put another drop of blue in that very last cup. And I'm gonna put some pink, because what does pink and blue together make? Does anybody know? We're gonna see, aren't we? We'll find out what pink and blue together make when we pour our vinegar into our solutions here. So from here, we don't even have to mix them. We're not gonna use a spoon and mix them or anything. We're just gonna leave them as is. Now the last thing we add to our experiment here is the vinegar. This, I just wanna warn you, can be kind of stinky. Vinegar has a really strong smell, so just be aware when you get ready that you're gonna smell something and that's what you're smelling. So instead of pouring from my big container, I just put some vinegar into my pouring cup here, and that's how we're going to pour. So be ready, friends. Now this is going to get messy. We're just going to start pouring. We're going to put some in each cup and watch what happens. Woo! We get that chemical reaction happening. Do you see that? What color did we make with our blue and our pink? We made some purple, didn't we? So, and look at down here, friends. When we put that awesome vinegar in here, what happens down here? We get a rainbow of all of the leftovers that come out of the top of our cups, don't we? Do you see that? Look at, you can keep adding more vinegar and more vinegar until all of your baking soda is gone if you want. I'm gonna add a little bit more vinegar to each of our cups here to see if we've got any more baking soda in the bottoms. Look at that, we keep getting more and more reaction, don't we? All right, I think we've kind of exhausted all of our baking soda. Oh, look at that pretty purple. example we got, friends. Look at that. So we made a rainbow. We made a chemical reaction. The baking soda and the vinegar work together to create an acid-base reaction. And the two chemicals work together to create a gas called carbon dioxide. And when you make a gas, that gas needs room to spread out. And that's what happened. You combine those two ingredients and it just kind of makes this awesome reaction as that gas is formed. And then, bonus, you get this beautiful, beautiful mess at the end. Isn't that fun? Oh, I hope yours turned out as good as mine, friends, because mine was awesome. Did you see that? What fun. Good job, everybody. Yay! We made an awesome rainbow chemical reaction today, didn't we? And you can always, if you wanted to, you could combine different colors to see what you get. You could always put red and orange, or red and yellow together and get orange, couldn't you? Exactly, and like we did, we put pink and blue together and got our beautiful purple. So you can kind of be creative with that if you want, mix some different colors up, see what you get. But I just wanted to do a rainbow today because I thought it would be so beautiful. So thanks for joining me, friends. What a fun experiment, wasn't that? All right, I have one more thing for you today before we end. We're back again with our silly joke, friends. We're back with the same book, Greatest Goofiest Jokes by Terry Pierce, with the pictures done by Buck Jones. Does everybody see that? Our silly joke book? All right, are you ready? Why did Mars and Earth collide on their trip around the sun? Do you know what Mars and Earth are? They're planets, right? Yeah, they're planets. And where do we live? We live on Earth, right? That's our planet. So why did Mars and Earth collide on their trip around the sun? Any guesses? I'll tell you, they didn't plan it very well. What a funny joke, friends. I hope you share that one with your family and friends and join us again next week for another fun experiment. Have a great Saturday, everyone.